Assalamualaikum dan salam sejahtera. Yang berbahagia Datuk, Prof. Dr. Tuan Puan, sidang hadirin sekalian, selamat 21 pada hari ini. Izinkan saya memaklumkan perjalanan atau cara program pada hari ini. Sebagai makluman, tetamu kehormat akan mula bersama-sama kita pada jam 2.30 petang. Pada jam 2.35 petang, kita akan mendengar ucapan dari Yang Berhormat Menteri MOSTI. Seterusnya pada jam 2.45 akan ada sesi bergambar. Pada jam 2.50 petang, kita akan mendengar taklimat program, manakala sesi pitching akan bermula pada jam 3 petang. Setiap pembentang diberikan masa 5 minit untuk membuat kesemua sesi pitching selesai. Masa yang diperuntukkan untuk sesi dalam breakout room ini adalah selama 45 minit. Senarai pembentangan dan lokasi bilik akan dipaparkan di chat room dan juga di akhir sesi pitching. Untuk ke lokasi breakout room, pastikan paparan breakout room yang terdiri daripada breakout room 1 hingga breakout room 15 terpapar di skrin laptop komputer anda. Startups, venture capitals, angel investors yang berminat boleh memilih di antara breakout room 1 hingga breakout room 15 dan sila klik pada breakout room tersebut. Sekiranya ingin bertukar breakout room, boleh meninggalkan breakout room untuk kembali semula ke main room dan klik pada breakout room yang hendak dituju. Sekiranya terdapat sebarang masalah, boleh menghubungi urus setia di ruangan chat. Sementara menunggu program bermula, mari kita saksikan tayangan video Tahun Pengkomersialan Malaysia. Tahun Pengkomersialan Malaysia atau Malaysia Commercialization Year MCY merupakan inisiatif MOSTI yang telah diperkenalkan sejak tahun 2016 sebagai satu platform untuk melonjakkan usaha pengkomersialan R&D tempatan yang dibiayai oleh kerajaan dari agensi dan universiti awam. MCY membantu penyelidik dan teknopreneur dalam memasarkan produk, teknologi, perkhidmatan mereka ke pasaran tempatan dan antarabangsa. Pada tahun 2021, MCY 3.0 akan memfokuskan kepada membantu produk, teknologi, perkhidmatan R&D negara untuk dikomersialkan ke pasaran global. Untuk maklumat lebih lanjut, sila layari mcyportal.mosti.gov.my. Mari sama-sama kita saksikan video tersebut.
Saya berbangga untuk mengumumkan bahawa MOSTI bukan sahaja telah berjaya melepasi sasaran ini, malah sehingga kini sebanyak 386 produk, teknologi dan perkhidmatan telah berjaya dikomersialkan.
Saya ingin mengambil kesempatan ini untuk merakamkan ucapan tahniah kepada semua. I'm very impressed by our local technology. There's a range of technology here, from chemical-based technology for water purification to creating cup lamp-based roads, all the way up to technologies in virtual reality, robotic arms, and also using sensor technology.
Selamat datang diucapkan kepada yang berbahagia Datuk KSU yang sudi hadir pada petang ini. Sebagai makluman semua, kerjasama para hadirin adalah dimohon untuk menetapkan mikrofon dalam mod mute sepanjang program ini berlangsung. Sebagai makluman, sebaik sahaja sesi peresmian selesai, akan diikuti dengan sesi bergambar. Kerjasama para hadirin adalah dimohon untuk bersedia mengaktifkan paparan kamera masing-masing bagi sesi bergambar tersebut. Seterusnya, mari kita saksikan sedikit informasi berkaitan dana yang ada di MOSTI.
Saya berbangga untuk mengumumkan bahawa MOSTI bukan sahaja telah berjaya melepasi sasaran ini, malah sehingga kini sebanyak 386 produk, teknologi dan perkhidmatan telah berjaya dikomersialkan.
Saya ingin mengambil kesempatan ini untuk merakamkan ucapan tahniah kepada semua. I'm very impressed by our local technology. There's a range of technology here, from chemical-based technology for water purification to creating cup lamp-based roads, all the way up to technologies in virtual reality, robotic arms, and also using sensor technology.
Assalamualaikum dan salam sejahtera. Selamat datang ke program MyTech Pitch MOSTI. Pihak Sekretariat ingin merakamkan ucapan terima kasih di atas kesudian yang berbahagia Datuk, Prof. Dr. Tuan Puan, tetamu kehormat kita yang sudi hadir bersama-sama kita pada petang ini. Yang berhormat Khairi Jamaluddin, Menteri Sains, Teknologi dan Inovasi MOSTI. Yang berhormat Datuk Haji Ahmad Amzad Hashim, Timbalan Menteri MOSTI. Yang berbahagia Datuk IR Dr. Siti Hamisah Tafsir, Ketua Setiausaha MOSTI. Yang berbahagia Datuk Seri Dr. Mazlan Yusof, Ketua Setiausaha Kementerian Pengajian Tinggi. Yang berusaha Dr. Muhammad Nur Azman Hassan, Timbalan Ketua Setiausaha Pembangunan Teknologi MOSTI. Yang berbahagia Datuk Parang Abai Elias Thomas, Timbalan Ketua Setiausaha Perancangan dan Pembudayaan SDI MOSTI. Puan Zulera Abu Bakar, Ketua Pegawai Eksekutif MAGIC. Sekalung penghargaan dan terima kasih sekali lagi diucapkan atas kesudian yang berbahagia Datuk Prof. Dr. Tuan Puan meluangkan masa untuk hadir ke program MyTech Pitch pada petang ini. Untuk makluman para hadirin, MyTech Pitch merupakan satu platform pitching yang menemukan penyelidik produk teknologi perkhidmatan R&D tempatan dengan startups, venture capitals, angel investors sebagai satu usaha untuk melonjakkan pengkomersialan R&D negara. Platform ini juga bertujuan memberi peluang kepada penyelidik universiti untuk mempromosikan penemuan, inovasi dan hasil penyelidikan mereka kepada bakal pelabur dan pemain industri di samping bertukar maklumat mengenai teknologi dan produk R&D tempatan di kalangan penyelidik teknopreneur. Sesi MyTech Pitch akan diadakan secara bulanan dan pada kali ini kita disertai dengan 7 universiti tempatan iaitu Universiti Kebangsaan Malaysia, Universiti Malaya, Universiti Malaysia Kelantan, Universiti Malaysia Sabah, Universiti Sains Malaysia, Universiti Teknologi Malaysia dan Universiti Utara Malaysia. Ingin dimaklumkan jua MyTech Pitch merupakan hasil kerjasama strategik dengan agensi di bawah MOSTI iaitu MAGIC yang telah memberikan kerjasama dari segi input kepakaran dan bantuan teknikal. Manakala rakan strategik program MyTech Pitch adalah Kementerian Pengajian Tinggi, Malaysian Technology Development Corporation MTDC, Cradle Fund Sendirian Berhad, Teknologi Park Malaysia, Yayasan Inovasi Malaysia dan Malaysian Business Angel Network MBAN. Tanpa melengahkan masa, program ini diteruskan dengan ucapan perasmian program MyTech Pitch oleh Yang Berhormat Khairi Jamaluddin, Menteri Sains, Teknologi dan Inovasi MOSTI. Dengan segala hormatnya YB, dipersilakan.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh dan salam sejahtera. Yang Berhormat Datuk Haji Ahmad Amzad bin Hashim, Timbalan Menteri Sains, Teknologi dan Inovasi. Yang berbahagia Datuk IR Dr. Siti Hamisah binti Tafsir, Ketua Setiausaha Kementerian Sains, Teknologi dan Inovasi MOSTI. Yang berbahagia Datuk Seri Dr. Mazlan Yusof, Ketua Setiausaha Kementerian Pengajian Tinggi. Datuk-datuk, profesor-profesor, tuan-tuan, puan-puan, hadirin yang dihormati sekalian. Alhamdulillah, bersyukur kita kehadrat Allah Subhanahu wa taala kerana dengan izinnya dapat kita semua berkumpul bersama-sama secara maya dalam majlis perasmian MyTech Pitch. Program MyTech Pitch ini merupakan sebuah platform buat para penyelidik, universiti dan institusi penyelidikan awam membuat pitching kepada startups dan pihak industri serta pelabur mangkin ataupun angel investors yang berpotensi. Program pitching bukanlah perkara baru, sebaliknya telah pun dilaksanakan di agensi-agensi MOSTI seperti MAGIC, MTDC dan Cradle. Maka program MyTech Pitch ini adalah satu suntikan baru bagi mengoptimumkan semua sumber di MOSTI termasuk agensi-agensi untuk berganding bahu secara kolaboratif strategik bersama Kementerian Pengajian Tinggi di peringkat nasional dengan kekerapan sebulan sekali. Bagi sesi pitching pertama ini, MOSTI menjadi hos dengan kerjasama MAGIC dan penyelidik dari universiti-universiti tempatan. Sesi ini turut dihadiri oleh startups, venture capitals, angel investors dari dalam dan luar negara. Para hadirin sekalian, program MyTech Pitch ini bertujuan untuk memberi peluang kepada penyelidik universiti dan startups berkongsi maklumat, memperkenalkan teknologi dan produk, selari dengan tuntutan teknologi tempatan yang berupaya mempromosikan penemuan baru, inovasi dan hasil penyelidikan kepada bakal pelabur dan pemain industri. Ia juga merupakan satu springboard bagi membuka jalan untuk meneroka potensi kerjasama pengkomersialan produk atau teknologi tempatan ke dalam pasaran. Program ini juga merupakan kesinambungan dan rantaian nilai kepada inisiatif Tahun Pengkomersialan Malaysia MCY yang dilaksanakan sejak tahun 2016. Para inovator dan usahawan teknologi yang menyertai MCY dibimbing dengan didedahkan dengan pelbagai aspek yang boleh membantu mereka mengkomersialkan produk atau teknologi mereka. Seterusnya, inisiatif ini disambut dengan program pitching seperti ini. Sebagai program signature, MyTech Pitch akan menghubungkan program-program pembangunan startups dan technopreneurs yang tersedia di agensi-agensi MOSTI yang seterusnya akan disokong dengan kemudahan sedia ada seperti dana pembiayaan, fasiliti penyelidikan dan pengujian, serta pusat inkubasi dan latihan. Walaupun sejumlah wang yang besar dibelanjakan untuk R&D dalam usaha melonjakkan negara menjadi high-tech nation, namun masih banyak ruang yang perlu ditambah baik. Sebagai contoh, peruntukan dan pengagihan GERD ataupun Gross Expenditure on Research and Development masih tertumpu kepada applied research, iaitu sebanyak 36.2%, manakala hanya 24.5% dibelanjakan untuk experimental development bagi tahun 2018. Apabila dibandingkan dengan negara-negara maju yang lain seperti Switzerland, Denmark, Korea Selatan dan Jepun, peruntukan GERD untuk experimental development atau pre-commercialization secara puratanya adalah melebihi 50%. Oleh yang demikian, sasaran Malaysia untuk menjadi negara berteknologi tinggi memerlukan peratusan sasaran GERD yang lebih tinggi, iaitu sekurang-kurangnya 2% berbanding dengan 1.04% pada tahun 2018, di samping memperuntukkan sekurang-kurangnya 50% untuk experimental development. Lanskap STI Malaysia juga memaparkan ketidakseimbangan penglibatan penyelidik tempatan di antara sektor, di mana sebahagian besar penyelidik tempatan, iaitu sebanyak 79.9%, berada di sektor pengajian tinggi, berbanding hanya 15.8% yang melibatkan diri dalam sektor industri atau perusahaan perniagaan pada tahun 2018. Ini menggambarkan jurang inovasi yang wujud di antara ekosistem akademia dan industri di negara kita yang menghambat proses pengkomersialan R&D tempatan ke pasaran. Oleh yang demikian, terdapat keperluan mewujudkan rangkaian kerjasama untuk menghubungkan penyelidik dengan industri dalam bidang fokus yang berimpak tinggi. Ini akan kita melibatkan usaha sama para penyelidik dan pemegang taruh daripada semua peringkat untuk melonjakkan penyelidikan R&D tempatan ke arah kita mencapai tahap inovasi yang tinggi sehingga boleh dikomersialkan. Hadirin yang dihormati sekalian, satu ajakan perlu dibuat untuk mengubah lanskap R&D dan pengkomersialan di negara ini bagi memastikan pelaburan yang telah dibuat menerusi R&D dapat disambut dan diperkembangkan oleh pihak industri bagi melengkapkan rantaian nilainya. Sasaran kita bukan sahaja terhad untuk mencipta nilai ekonomi yang tinggi, malah impak kepada kesejahteraan masyarakat dan alam sekitar juga amat dititik beratkan. Justru saya amat berharap agar program MyTech Pitch ini akan mendapat sokongan daripada semua pihak, termasuk golongan penyelidik, startups, bakal pelabur, pihak industri, serta pelbagai agensi kerajaan dan swasta yang berkaitan. Selaras dengan fungsi MOSTI yang menerajui pelbagai inisiatif kebangsaan, Dalam fasa pemulihan pandemik COVID-19, sesi MyTech Pitch ini diharap dapat membantu negara untuk mengenengahkan penyelesaian teknologi yang berkaitan dengan aplikasi sentuhan rendah, low touch, high tech, teknologi clean air dan juga bidang-bidang keutamaan yang lain yang disenaraikan dalam rangka kerja 10-10 Sains, Teknologi dan Inovasi Malaysia ataupun MySTIE. Bagi para penyelidik startups dan bakal pelabur yang berjaya bertemu titik keserasian antara penawaran dan permintaan masing-masing melalui platform ini, saya ucapkan tahniah dan selamat maju jaya kepada semua. Adalah hasrat kerajaan untuk membantu mengkomersialkan produk R&D tempatan yang berupaya meningkatkan ekonomi dan kesejahteraan rakyat. Mesti akan sentiasa bersama-sama untuk terus membantu memperkasakan produk ataupun teknologi hasil R&D tempatan. Telah tiba masanya untuk kita merancangkan usaha pembangunan dan penggunaan teknologi tempatan dalam mentransformasikan negara daripada pengguna teknologi kepada pencipta dan pembangun teknologi. Akhir kata, sekali lagi saya ingin mengucapkan ribuan terima kasih dan tahniah kepada semua yang terlibat dalam program MyTech Pitch ini. Semoga program pada hari ini akan membuahkan hasil yang bermanfaat kepada semua pihak dan dapat membina momentum yang positif bagi sesi-sesi yang akan datang. Dan selama ini saya telah dengar banyak pandangan daripada para penyelidik terutamanya yang berada di universiti dan juga institusi penyelidikan yang lain yang mengatakan di Malaysia ini tak kurang idea, tak kurang bakat, tak kurang projek penyelidikan yang sedang dijalankan. Masalahnya adalah idea-idea, produk-produk, research ini tidak sampai ke pasaran. Jadi kita sediakan program ini, program MyTech Pitch. Dan kita nak buktikan bahawa platform sudah ada. Dan saya cabar kepada golongan penyelidik yang ada di luar sana bahawa kalau betul lah apa yang disebut, banyak idea, banyak potensi, banyak research yang sedia ada, cuma tidak ada sesiapa yang datang untuk melihat, untuk dikomersialkan dan untuk dibawa ke pasaran, maka kita dah sediakan platform ini. So, I hope what you have been telling me all this while is true. The platform is set for you and now you have to prove yourself. Dengan lafaz Bismillahirrahmanirrahim, dengan sekucitanya saya merasmikan program MyTech Pitch dan semoga kita berjumpa lagi pada sesi yang akan datang. Sekian, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Waalaikumsalam dan terima kasih yang berhormat kerana sudi merasmikan program Signature Mosti MyTech Pitch sesi yang pertama. Demikianlah tadi selesai penyempurnaan ucapan perasmian program MyTech Pitch oleh Yang Berhormat Menteri. Sebelum ke sesi seterusnya, kerjasama para hadirin adalah dimohon untuk mengaktifkan paparan kamera masing-masing bagi tujuan sesi bergambar. Baik, dalam kiraan 3, 1, 2, 3. Sekali lagi para hadirin, dalam kiraan 3, 1, 2, 3. Terima kasih diucapkan atas kerjasama semua. Ya. Terima kasih kepada semua atas kerjasama yang diberikan. Sidang hadirin sekalian, program diteruskan dengan sesi taklimat MyTech Pitch yang akan disampaikan oleh Yang Berusaha Dr. Nur Azlina Arifin, Setiausaha Bahagian Pemindahan Teknologi dan Pengkomersialan R&D Mosti. Dengan hormatnya, dipersilakan Yang Berusaha Doktor.
Thank you, Cik Nur Mastura. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh and a very good afternoon. Yang Berhormat Khairi Jamaluddin, Minister of Science, Technology and Innovation Mosti. Yang Berhormat Datuk Haji Ahmad Hamzat bin Hashim, Deputy Minister of Science, Technology and Innovation Mosti. Yang berbahagia Datuk Insinyur Dr. Siti Hamizah binti Tapsir, Secretary General of MOSTI. Yang berbahagia Datuk Seri Dr. Mazlan Yusof, Secretary General of Ministry of Higher Education. Top management of both ministries, members of esteemed associations, industry players, fellow researchers. Yang berbahagia Datuk Professor Dr. Ladies and gentlemen. Alhamdulillah, praise be to Allah that we are given the opportunity to be here in this auspicious day to convene in MyTech Pitch. On behalf of MOSTI, it is an honor to welcome you to this first collaborative effort involving various stakeholders in MyTech Pitch MOSTI, where the R&D titans meet. I believe it is not too late to say this, that this would be a great way to start 2021 with a bang for R&D commercialization ecosystem. Having said this, being able to meet up, albeit online, working together, cultivating synergy and collaboration is indeed a positive sign on what bright future lies ahead of our R&D commercialization ecosystem. MyTech Pitch is the bridge, the connector, between bright sparks in the researchers community from universities or government institutions and the potential investors, startups, angel investors, and other stakeholders to benefit from each other. We at MOSTI, ladies and gentlemen, are delighted to share that we have received 107 submissions from more than 10 institutes of higher learning and research institutions to be part of this MyTech Pitch. Today's 15 presentations have been selected by our panelists based on the readiness for user testing, readiness to be commercialized by deploying the tool of technology readiness level or TRL, and description of the products or technologies. And the remaining submission will be included in other MyTech Pitch session. Next. Esteemed members of the floor, I believe that what is happening in our own yard resonates well with what Byron Augusti, former economic advisor to President Obama, mentioned, that in the agrarian economy, the assets was land, in the industrial economy, it was physical capital, in the service economy, it was intangible assets. And I would like to recall what the Minister of Science, Technology and Innovation mentioned in his speech earlier, that most of our innovation, most of our innovative R&D products or technologies are located in the universities and research institutions lying with our talented researchers there. And only 22% are with the industry players, which are the business enterprises, and another 7% are conducted by the government. This shows that there are massive undervalued resources or potential for us to unlock. And most Malaysia's innovative R&D outputs are stifled, and some of these remarkable R&D outputs may not see the light of the day. And MOSTI realizes this dire need, hence this MyTech Pitch is here to help to kickstart this initiative at the national level. Thus, the use of the word MyTech, which can denote MY for Malaysia or MY as in belonging to you. Next, ladies and gentlemen, MyTech Pitch is not the only sole initiative organized by MOSTI to show our commitment in advancing STI and economy as the main driver and enabler to create economic growth and to accelerate Malaysia towards high-tech nation. Before we begin to look at the pitching deck information, we would like to share with you on our R&D ecosystem and of R&D division, which is also the commercialization year secretariat. Entry can also be in the other funding agencies under MOSTI. With us from the starting point, we identify the need for pre-commercialization fund, facilitation, and assistance in product or technology service. MOSTI has also recently launched new R&D funds showcased earlier in our video. Next. As everyone is aware of, the objective of this MyTech Pitch is to provide a conducive platform for researchers to pitch their products or technologies to future strategic partners, be it the startups, venture capitals, or angel investors, or industry players. The mavens are the researchers, the connectors are MOSTI, and the salesperson are the startups or venture capitals, angel investors, and industry players. And MOSTI is taking it seriously by providing such platform to convene on a monthly basis and online, as mentioned by YB Minister just now. And physical sessions may be convened when the situation permits us to do so. Next. Ladies and gentlemen, MyTech Pitch in a nutshell is as shown on the screen, and sometimes a simple method can generate great results. As simple as it may seem, MyTech Pitch will allow researchers to come on board, pitch their R&D products to future strategic partners, and we will allow 5 minutes pitch in front of an audience comprising of startups, venture capitals, angel investors, as well as industry players. And after all presenters complete their pitches, presenters and potential partners then can discuss in details and ask questions in the designated breakout rooms. We have 15 altogether to explore future collaborations and business opportunities. Next. Ladies and gentlemen, this is actually the 10 by 10 STI economy framework, also mentioned earlier by YB Minister of MOSTI, which forms the basis of our MyTech Pitch, which is also the basis of reference for the 12th Malaysia Plan by all ministries and has been endorsed by the Prime Minister in the National Science Council in 2020. This framework provides a systematic approach to transform Malaysia into knowledge-intensive economy by design, and it also aims to generate shared economic prosperity across diverse ecosystems in the country and shift Malaysia up the global innovation value chain. And these strategic sectors, based on the Malaysian Academy of Sciences study, is also the basis for us to introduce and apply low-touch, high technology, including clean air technology, which we hope we will see in the future MyTech Pitch due to the outbreak of COVID-19 pandemic worldwide. Next, ladies and gentlemen, let us now look into the pitching deck, which we have already circulated to all our researchers and also the pitches. All researchers are given this standard format of pitching deck, which is widely accepted among the industry to pitch. This is also the courtesy of Magic, which has been in discussion with us all along, together with our other strategic partners. And this pitching deck covers substantial information such as what are the issues that spark the need to come up with the R&D solutions? How can this product or technology or service solve problems? What is the business model to market the R&D product? Do researchers or have researchers already identified their market and how to move forward? What is the target market? Is the R&D product a niche product or a substitute? And lastly, what is it that you, the researchers or the pitchers, if I may use this word, are asking for from the potential investors or startups or industry players for them to further invest in your product or technology, or for them to help commercialize your products or to use your products in their businesses? It's up to you to convince them, since you know your R&D output better than anyone else. Next. This pitching session will be moderated by Encik Rastam from Magic. Thank you. And there are two things that we would like the researchers and the investors to take note here. As I mentioned earlier, researchers need to present within 5 minutes. Once the time is up, you will hear a bell sound and you need to immediately stop your pitching and show the remaining slides if there is any. And once all presenters complete the product or technology presentation, each product or technology will be assigned to designated breakout rooms to engage with future partners. As for the investors, startups or industry players, please listen to the pitching till the end and join the breakout rooms, which is of interest to you. You never know that there may be breakthroughs in one or many of the pitched products or technologies today. And please also fill in the short interest indication forms, or IIF, to express your interest on which research or technology and submit them at the very end of today's session. The interest indication form can be scanned via QR code and will also be available in the chat screen. And in the breakout room, both researchers and the audience have 45 minutes to discuss and may continue to discuss and collaborate outside this platform. But first of all the 15 presentations from the researchers will be convened in this main Zoom platform. And lastly, next screen, please. We at MOSTI aspire to have 150 researchers to pitch in this MyTech Pitch this year, with the involvement of 150 startups, investors, and industry players. We also open this platform to the public in case they would like to hear what are the R&Ds that are being produced, the output, the outcome. And also with 30 successful collaborations in the next 9 more sessions this year. And with that, we have come to the end of my briefing. May the odds be ever in our favor, and happy pitching and fishing for the right R&D. Thank you. Ma'assalamah. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh.
Terima kasih diucapkan kepada yang berusaha Dr. Nur Azlina atas taklimat yang disampaikan sebentar tadi. Sidang hadirin sekalian, kini tibalah masa yang dinanti-nantikan. Seterusnya, saya serahkan platform ini kepada moderator kita, Encik Rastam bin Khairuddin, yang merupakan Creative Content Coordinator daripada Magic untuk mengendalikan sesi pitching berikutnya. Encik Rastam, handing over to you. The digital floor is yours.
Thank you so much, MC. Yang Berhormat Khairi Jamaluddin, Menteri Sains, Teknologi dan Inovasi Musti. Yang Berhormat Datuk Haji Ahmad Amzad bin Hashim, Timbalan Menteri Ministry of Science, Technology and Innovation. Yang berbahagia Dr. IR Dr. Siti Hamisah bin Tapsir, Secretary General, Ministry of Science, Technology and Innovation. Yang berbahagia Dr. Muhammad Nur Azman bin Hassan, Deputy Secretary General Musti. Yang berbahagia Datuk Sri Dr. Mazlan bin Yusof, Ketua Setiausaha Kementerian Pengajian Tinggi. Yang berbahagia Datuk Parang Abai, Deputy Secretary General Musti. Professors, doctors, researchers, investors, industry representatives, startups, ladies and gentlemen. Let us proceed to the pitching session of the day. Each researcher is allocated 5 minutes for their pitch. One bell will be rung after 4 minutes, and the second bell will be rung at the conclusion of 5 minutes. Once the time is up, we will then allow researchers to click through their remaining slides for the benefit of the audience. The researchers will cover the below items in their pitch: problem statement, their solution and unique selling point or value proposition, the target market, their business model, the user acquisition or market strategy. Last but not least, their ask from investors and audiences. Without further ado, let's proceed to the first pitch of the day. I hope the first researcher is ready for their pitch. The first pitch, Citizens, Integrated Open Source Environmental Monitoring System, provides localized real-time air pollutants data that supports air water pollutants management efforts and human health risks through ground and drone technology based on Internet of Things IoT platform. This pitch will be presented by Dr. Muhammad Sharul Muhammad Nazir from Universiti Kebangsaan Malaysia. Dr. Sharul, the digital stage is yours.
Yeah, Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. Thank you so much, YB Mr. Mosti, YB Khairi Jamaluddin, and also all Mosti organizer. My name is Muhammad Sharul. Today I would like to present you an integrated combination of air and water sensor based on IoT platform. Next, please. Okay, as you know, all human activities created an environmental problem. You can see our previous cases happen in Pasir Gudang and during haze and so on. There are a new technology by using a sensor which is precise and accurate, and this important chip to monitor all these environmental pollutions. Next. This is, as I said, from Pasir Gudang, and an incident that related a few young women died because of carbon monoxide poisoning in the vehicles, and haze, and also river pollution. So this is the main problem that we need to monitor routinely. Next. The second problem is that more than 50 of air and water stations belong to DOE and various local authorities. And it's very expensive in terms of maintain and services, and is also inaccessible location that cannot be achieved. Next. Okay, when we talk about air and water quality sensor, we must talk about how accurate and how precise of the data quality. You can get many various type of sensors in the market, with cheaper price, but how can we identify of the quality control and quality assurance of that kind of products? Next. Okay, from our solution at UKM, we developed Airbox, which Airbox we already commercialized, and we were second winner during MCY 2019. And now we combine with another technology called Airborne using drone and AquaSense using water sensor. So we would like to integrated Airbox and these various type of sensors to monitor and to be as early warning system for the public and local authorities. And the most important is it uses Internet of Things platform where it virtualizes the data to the authorities and to the public via apps and the dashboard in the internet. Next. This is the product demo, and you can see at your left hand side is the Airbox Sense that we already commercialized at TRL9, and the Airborne, which is Airbox combined with drone technology, where we can bring air quality mapping, and also on the bottom is the AquaSense that we can monitor continuous real time in the water, and it visualizes as this integrated system virtualized in apps that we already commercialized to Majlis Pemedaran Petaling Jaya. So you can see that is the one example of apps for Air Pollution Index API. Next, please. So this is the health indicator for the public. Okay, what is actually low cost environmental sensor? Of course, some region like Malaysia, we can encounter a few problems, especially Malaysia have a climate which is very, very humid and very hot. So this kind of sensor is very sensitive to this type of parameters, meteorological effect. So we need a proper quality control, which is a calibration technique. Next. So this is a common how we calibrate the sensors in our laboratory. So it's quite compact, it's quite time consuming, but now for this our uniqueness, we combine this auto calibration. Next, please. So this is our auto calibration for Airbox. Next, so the calibration technique we can easily calibrate all the sensors using apps, mobile apps by the authorities or our client. Next. The second unique is we use machine learning to do the air quality mapping from the sensors data. Next. Visualize through apps and dashboard. Next, please. So this is the water, how we can deploy at every single of piping unit and other water river problems. Next. This is our greatness of the combination of Airbox, drone, and water sensor. Next. So there are marketed sensors worldwide, from US, from UK, and from Germany, even from China. But our local product that we can bring is the auto calibration, and the sensor is much more cheaper. Next, since that we are from UKM, we have conducted many research regarding the climate issue. This is the product advantage. You can see how we can use. Next, by using our sensor. So this is.
Thank you so much for that, Dr. Sharul.
Thank you.
5 minutes has gone through.
It's okay.
Very enlightening pitch for today. But
slide dia balik. Slide yang mana yang dia tak habis tadi. Bagi habis.
all right, so our technical team will be showing the last few slides that you have for the benefit of the audience, just to make sure that we will be able to see what you have produced after months of research. But not to worry, ladies and gentlemen, you will be able to ask more of Dr. Sharul's research in the breakout room later. Just remember, you need to write down your questions, the room numbers, so you know when to ask. Alrighty. So thank you so much for that, Dr. Sharo. So for our second pitch for today, I hope the research is ready for this one. The bioactive tiger milk mushroom extracts in supplements, Essenti Nutrient. Essenti Nutrient is the pioneer patented producer of tiger milk mushroom, TMM extract. They are the first to produce TMM extract with known bioactive compounds and bioactivities. This pitch was prepared by Ms. Nurin Akila Azlan and Dr. Feng Xin Yi. Researchers, the digital stage is yours.
Hi, hello everyone. I'm Nurin, the co-founder of Essenti Nutrient. If you, your family or friends burdened with chronic respiratory conditions such as asthma, you would understand how disruptive it can get, and to be dependent on steroid as the only choice is even more dreadful, and in the long term, the side effects can be harmful. Next. Asthma is one of top 20 causes of death in Malaysia. Next. And next. This is an example how fatal asthma can be. 90% of 2 million asthmatics in Malaysia suffer from chronic uncontrolled asthma, and they are susceptible to various triggers. Next. But what if we, Essenti Nutrient, could offer an efficacious natural remedy to overcome this problem? I believe there are many people out there looking for alternative to the harmful chemical drugs minus the long-term side effects. Tiger milk mushroom extract XLR is the alternative you are looking for. Next, XLR is rich with rhinoprolicin. So what does this rhinoprolicin do is, it helps to balance it. It helps to boost the immunity to reduce response to triggers. XLR also helps to reduce inflamed airways and at the same time expand the airways for the asthmatic to breathe better. Next, XLR is produced via our patented technology known as aqua cool extraction method. So this is a combination of ultrafiltration and drying of materials process, which all done using only clean and pure water. There is no chemicals involved. Next, and this is how our prototype looks like. We encapsulated XLR into a capsule form for an easy consumption. Next, we are targeting 1% from 2 million asthma sufferers in Malaysia as a start, and moving forward, we are aiming the global market. Next, we are offering our customers a natural adjunct remedy that is 100% organic, no chemical, safe for long-term consumption, and most importantly, efficacious. So we have also built a connection with suppliers and manufacturers, which will help us in capturing production supply, production, and product certification. Next, we aim to continue building partnerships with other health companies and also organize workshops and seminars to create more awareness on XLR. Next, we will also list our product in health and wellness e-commerce website and also run consistent advertisement campaign via the social media. Next, different from inhalers, which help to dilate airways, XLR can be used as an adjunct to this treatment, which can be called as complementary supplement. XLR helps in balancing the immune system, reduce the inflammation, and safe for long-term consumption with no side effects. Next. Next. And you might have heard of some other tiger milk mushroom product roaming in the market already. And why are we unique, you may ask? XLR is the first tiger milk mushroom extract in the market. XLR is not in the raw mushroom form. We have picked out the bioactive ingredients. We concentrated it so that you can consume less but get more health benefits. Next. We are envisioning 12 million ringgit in our business by our 5th year. And next, to achieve this 12 million, we are aiming to develop various types of products such as functional food, F&B, and cosmetic. So we are also able to use the ACE technology to produce extracts from a variety of other medicinal mushrooms and supply the ingredient to interested parties for them to develop their own product. Next. Next. Isanti Nutrient was founded via the UMDG program in July 2020. Next. And we have been actively doing market validation to obtain LOIs. Next. And also testimonials from our customers and interested companies. Next. Next. Moving forward, we aim to be the pioneer producer of ACE-developed extracts, starting with our very own Malaysian medicinal jam, the tiger milk mushroom. Next. So our team comprises of Dr. Feng, Shin Yi, and I as the co-founders. We are well equipped with knowledge and foundation to this product and technology for over a decade, and we believe we can bring a change to a better health for all of us in the most natural way. Next. We are honored to be coached and mentored by Encik Zaki.
Thank you so much for that, Ms. Nurin, for your presentation. Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, as you can see, there's a few more slides to go, but not to worry. You'll be able to see it again after this in the individual breakout rooms. Up next, we have CapriBoss multi-nutrient block. CapriBoss multi-nutrient block was developed through a new research-based formulation made from the finest and high-quality materials, including agro-industrial byproducts to serve as a complement supplement for ruminants. This presentation will be presented by T.S. Nurdini Rusli from Universiti Malaysia, Kelantan. T.S. Nurdini, the digital stage is yours.
Thank you so much for the opportunity. Okay, next slide, please. I never have imagined we are living in a world with COVID-19 pandemic. So the COVID-19 pandemic is a health and human crisis threatening the food security and nutrition of millions of people around the world. So in the context of the livestock industry in Malaysia, it is well known that ruminant animal is slow in growth and in reproduction. Our data shows that only 22% of self-sufficiency level for beef and 10% for goat meat or mutton in Malaysia. And meat is one of the main food deficit in 2018, about minus 3.2 billion ringgit Malaysia. Next. From year 2012 to 2016, ruminant population in Malaysia was decreased by 3%. The main issue is because of low quality of feed and forages. Hence, it leads to poor nutritional status of ruminant as well as gastrointestinal parasite infestation. In Malaysia, most of the smallholders use the commercial mineral salt block as a supplement to their ruminants. However, this practice is aimed to increase the appetite of the animals only, not to solve protein and energy deficiencies. This approach can be considered as not cost-effective, as most of the salt block in the domestic markets are imported. Therefore, CapriBoss multi-nutrient block has arrived at the right time for the right purpose. Next. Next, please. Next slide, please. So the novelty of the product includes new formulation. It is made from the finest and high quality material. Utilize the palm kernel cake, and the block has a low moisture content. Number two, it is specifically designed such that leaking rather than chewing, so that the ruminant can increase salivation, which act as a natural buffer for the overall rumen health. Number three, the product had been optimized and made using two-step mixing method. Number four, it is lined with 4 pillars of the sustainability: people, industry, planet, and profit. Next, please. With all the description here, we believe that we have the most effective ruminant supplement, which can make the animal life easier by increasing the growth and milk production of ruminants, decrease the parasite problem, save time, and high benefit cost ratio. Next, please. Next, please. So our larger mission is to expand out to bigger territory, impacting more ruminant farms all over Malaysia. In terms of our target market, we aim to reach about 29,000 breeders in Peninsular Malaysia, with the total number of ruminants 1 million. In our first phase, we aim to cover the East Coast region, especially in Kelantan, as we have about 15,000 breeders with in total of 169,000 ruminants in Kelantan. And then for share of market sale, we can win about 30% of the market share in the next 2 years. Our projection will reach about ringgit Malaysia 762,000 by 2023. By 2030, we want to cover all ruminant farms in Malaysia, which include Sabah and Sarawak, and building collaboration with the feed industry in another country. However, with the funding that we want to request, we can jump at least 2 years into the future and make this a reality sooner. Next, please. In terms of our business model, we are employing both models, business to business, B2B, and as well as business to customer, B2C, with different pricing strategies and platform. Next, please. At the moment, we promote the product in our social medias, through our students' company, Capribos Enterprise, like Facebook, Instagram, and WhatsApp to the farmers through our students' company. We also use Shopee as a marketing platform to reach customer. Next, please. We are now looking for an investment RM 300,000 for mass production, operational costs, marketing, packaging, human resource, transportation, machine maintenance, and also other contingency. That's all for now. So Capribos multi-nutrient block, multi-solution to all ruminants. Thank you.
Thank you so much for that, T.S. Nordini Rusli. Capribos multi-nutrient block. So guys, remember, if you guys want to know more about this product, they will be in the breakout room at the end of the pitching session. So I hope the next presenter is ready for their pitch next. We have Sintok Batik. One of the objectives of this project is to examine the acceptance of the present community of the Kedah traditional dress as one of the fashion, designed among locals, as well as to explore the relevance and the acceptable designs and motifs of Kedah traditional clothing for local and global markets. This pitch will be presented by Associate Professor Dr. Azrul Izwan from Universiti Utara Malaysia. Professor, the digital stage is yours.
Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. And very warm welcome to all the VIPs and panel. Thank you very much for the nice introduction, Mr. MC. This is what we call it a project for Sintok Batik. And it's actually involved with its researcher, and it already involved with a B40 more than 150 people in the village. So next, we are concentrating. This project is actually concentrating on the arts and design and heritage, and also the edutourism, ecotourism aspect for social economic area. So this research is actually contributes to 6 main subjects, which sustainable research, social innovations, collaborations, product innovation, creative innovation services, and impact. So its benefit to the local people, especially B40 in the districts of Pendang and Padang Terap, Kedah, and it already been to the markets. We concentrating on small, medium entrepreneur approach. Okay, what we are doing here is actually we are the one who draw and initiate new motif for Sintok Batik. It's actually inspired by previous research. We call it Baju Kedah, because the specialty of Baju Kedah, the icons of Kedah state, is actually we have our own shirts. We call it Baju Kedah. So the ideas of this research is actually which motif, which drawing, which arts and designs approach that most and suitable for us to put on the baju Kedah as a new identity for Kedah stage. So Alhamdulillah, we managed to develop 9 inspired motif by nature, which it's come from Sintok tree, it's come from Sintok leaf, bougainvillea, and also a few flora that been patents and that been IP or intellectual property registered, okay, by the university. And our targets that make us involved with MOSTI, that make us want to pitch today, is actually we are inspired by a few local artists in Malaysia, sort of like Kait Baharudin. Kait Baharudin is one of famous fine artists that managed to sell local design products, local design motif to Vans company in US. Okay, so that kind of business model that we try to develop. And some more in Indonesia, right? In Indonesia, there are village peoples, okay, that managed to produce Doa. Doa is actually international brands that make handcraft product, okay, that been sold with minimum price of $100, $200. So the value of money transaction is actually will give a lot of benefits to local people. So this is the main objective of this research. And Alhamdulillah, for this research, we managed to collaborate with a few NGO and government agencies, small government agency, such as RISDA, MADA, KEDA. And then the best part of this project is actually we've been recognized by Royal Kedah institutions. Okay, so next slide. Next, this is what we call it the basics of ideas before this. Okay, next. Okay, so this is the 9 motif that I mentioned just now, right? It come from originally developed by local artists, by all the researcher, inspired by roof of Sintok flower, bougainvillea, and leaf of bougainvillea. So this new identity, okay, for batik in Kedah actually now is very keen and very in the markets. Okay, next. Okay, this is the fashion shows that we managed to do it in KL KTM, okay, Kereta Api Tanah Melayu Berhad station. So I think that's it for Sintok Batik. Please support us. Please support local product for art and design and tourism. So this is our business model, right? We already involved with a few Malaysian famous fashion designer and Malaysian Asian artists such as Datuk Asfarina.
Thank you so much for that, Associate Professor. Sorry to cut you off like that. We only have 5 minutes for each presentation. All right, guys, ladies and gentlemen, just remember, we will be putting up the number, the room and the researchers associated to the rooms later on after the presentations. So you guys will get to know where and when, then you can join and ask more questions. Alrighty, up next, we have early detection device for scoliosis patients. Skoltech aids medical practitioners in early detection for their scoliosis patients. Without early accurate detection, scoliosis patients face worsening spinal deformity and surgery. This pitch was prepared by Ms. Shazia Anis and IR Dr. Lai Kin Wee. For more information on Skoltech, please welcome researchers from Universiti Malaya. The digital stage is yours.
Hello everyone, I'm Shazia Anis here today with Skoltech. Skoltech is just like a digital BP monitor but for spine. Next please. Next. The previous one. Recently, articles have been published where it is estimated Asia's scoliosis management market would hit $826 million by 2027. So looking into the demographics, next. The prevalence rate of scoliosis varies from country to country. However, in Southeast Asia, Malaysia is leading with 2.55% cases of scoliosis. Next. So what is scoliosis? Next, scoliosis is a spine condition where the spine starts to rotate within the body. It causes various abnormalities in the bodies and it affects 1 in 39 Malaysians in some form or the other, but it affects severely when it occurs in growing children. These children have to grow up wearing body brace to prevent the spine from rotating further. Worst cases, when the spine cannot be controlled, they have to undergo a spinal fusion surgery where the rods are inserted in the spine to prevent its further rotation. Next. So the problem arises when these patients, they go to the physicians after being diagnosed with scoliosis, and the physician has to rely on multiple tools and devices to diagnose and monitor the patient. These tools and devices are analog in nature, that is prone to error due to movement, due to miscalculations, due to recording error, and they provide a varied range of data such as visuals. Some are even in inches, which the doctors have to manually change it into centimeters since that's what we need. So these results often overwhelms the physicians to develop a treatment plan for these patients. So to tackle these problems, next please. So to tackle these problems, we are introducing SkullTech. SkullTech is a digital device. It is a digital monitoring device that has proven to reduce error and provide faster diagnosis. It offers a wide range of body measurements, which the doctors can straight away get with just a click of a button. It comes with an LCD display, which makes it easier for the physicians to straight away record the reading which they are looking for, rather than having to calculate or record from a scale where it keeps moving. Its user-friendly mechanism has made it easier for the physician to come up with a diagnosis plan, and also it helps the physician in predicting the curve condition over time, hence providing a second opinion to the physicians. Next. How it works is we collect the data and we transmit it wirelessly to the workstation where it is stored in the where the patient data is stored, and then the patient data is compared with the previous data and a trend is generated. Next. We have validated our claims by conducting 2 sets of clinical trials in University Malaya medical centers, and we have done this after receiving medical ethics approval. And we have compared SkullTech with the current gold standard devices, and the results have been remarkable. Also, SkullTech has proven to give diagnosis in shorter time when compared to the current gold standards. Our results have been published online in a reputable journal as well. Next. So far, we have obtained medical ethics approval to conduct 2 sets of clinical trials. We have our technology is patented. We have trademark registered. Industry engagement has also been done for manufacturing and distributions, and we have even given out a product for. Next. We have split the market size for the hardware and the AI solutions. Next. There are multiple competitors, of which SkullTech alone offers 3 different modes of measurements: shorter procedure time. It's a point-of-care device that can be operated anywhere. Next. Our revenue model includes hardware sales and the AI solutions, which will be the end users would be the physiotherapists, orthopedic surgeons, chiropractors, and we will use medical distributors for the distribution of the SkullTech. Next. These are our financial projections by the end of 5th year. Next. Since it's being a medical device, we need a series of certifications to be and registrations to be done for SkullTech. And that's what our first step is going to be. And then we'll introduce IoT and AI. Next. This is our team. Next. And together we wish to raise an investment of RM 800,000.
Thank you for that, Shazia Anis, for scoliosis, Skoltech 8. So right now, guys, ladies and gentlemen, just remember in the chat below, you can see the QR code, some documents for you to open so that you'll be able to take a look who are the researchers that presented before, what's coming up next, so that you would know which room you're going to be going later on. So right now, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to go on a short 3-minute break. So after that those enlightening speeches, let's just give us time to stretch and get more comfortable. In the meantime, do enjoy a video. The video is on Expo 2020 Dubai. Expo 2020 Dubai is the biggest Malaysia's participation in international platform post-pandemic. Commencing in Dubai starting in 1st October 2021 to 31st March 2022, expecting 25 million visitors during the first 6 months duration. For Malaysia, Expo 2020 provides the opportunity to strengthen our existing and creating new strategic partnership in areas of green technology, industry 4.0, e-commerce, halal industry, sustainable commodity and agriculture, health, education, tourism, and Islamic financing. Malaysia Pavilion has created 26 unique thematic weeks of trade and business programs covering sustainable industries. Over 200 Malaysian enterprises have been invited to join Malaysia Pavilion business programs. For more information, please drop by an email at malaysiaexpo2020@mgtc.gov.my. Alrighty, welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. All right, let's move forward to our next pitch for today. I hope the presenter would be ready for their next pitch. Up next, EcoDefessor, a photocatalyst technology to combat contaminants. EcoDefessor is a photocatalyst solution that is sprayed on the surface to disinfect the bacteria, virus, and fungi for long term. With only one application, the coating acts as a self-cleaning surface that can last for a year to protect against chemical and biological contaminants. From University Science Malaysia, USM, Ms. Srimila Srikantan, Professor IR Dr. Srimila Srikantan will be presenting the pitch today. Professor, the digital stage is yours.
Next, please. Okay, allow me to, my mic was off just now, sorry.
Allow me to explain a bit about our product. Ecodiffuser is a photocatalyst technology which can combat chemical and also biological contaminants. As we probably aware, surface and air contaminants is a global issue now, and it results in adverse health effect. Not only that, this particular COVID-19 pandemic have taught us how important is hygiene towards our well-being, okay? And it has caused a lot of economic losses, medical expenses, productivity losses. If you see 2.65 million deaths caused by the COVID-19 pandemic, and what we need to understand here is basically, can you go to next slide? Basically is how this thing is transmitted, how this contaminant is transmitted. There are two modes of transmission in here we are talking about. One is by air. You're breathing 14,400 liters of air every day, and you're touching various surfaces from morning you wake up until you go to bed. There's various surfaces you are in contact to. So how would you disinfect this air and surface continuously is what we need to understand. If you talk about the droplet size of this contaminants is big, it's going to travel up to 1 meter. And if you talk about viruses, then it's going to travel up to 10 meter. So that's why we have come up with Ecodiffuser. Next. So play the video, please. So what we see here is particularly next. So the value proposition that we're giving to the customer, if you see 1 year warranty, that means we are talking about long lasting effect. It's translucent water-based technology, so you can spray on any surface, so it doesn't affect the aesthetic look of the existing surface. And we are talking about hygienically surface. It's not just a clean one. And we have antibacterial and antiviral and antifungal properties, and it also removes the odors. Next. So these are the tests that we have done according to European norm tests. What I would like to stress in here is on the virus. We have tried on human coronavirus, and we have passed the test as well. Next. So if you see in here, it's not only the air purification we are taking care of, we also disinfecting the surface and also we clean the surface. So we have some unique intersections in here. So if you look at air filter and biocide market itself, it stands about 21.5 billion market. So if you even capture 1% of this market, we are talking in millions in here. Next. Next. Okay, market segments. This is what I feel is must to have, healthcare segments, which is very much, subject to microbes, transmissions and all that. Hospitality, corporates, education, transportation, others is something like airport launch, even ATM machines, your petrol pump, all this is necessary to have this kind of product to be sprayed on. Next. So these are the few segments that we have penetrated so far: healthcare segments, hotel and transportations. Next. So this is our business model. We are looking into B2B as well as B2C. Currently, you're very much looking into B2B, assigning various distributors and sales agents to take this product to the market. Our key partners in here is basically cleaning and maintenance company, and USM as the university, and IEA, International Entrepreneurship Association. We are a member of that, and we also work with NIOSH for the assessment part. And for key activities for first 3 years, we are looking into production, sales and marketing and servicing, and as what you saw in the video just now. And then we're also looking into testing and certifications. And after 3 years, we move on with consultation, assessment, and also new product development. In terms of channel, that we are looking at distributors, sales agent, later on e-marketing and retailers. Customer segments and value proposition I already explained to you just now. On the revenue stream, now we are looking into volume sales and servicing. Later on, we will move into new add products, value add products, assessment of air quality as well, partnership commission. Next. Okay, so if you see in here, basically we are looking into product selling and servicing now. Later on presentation.
Thank you so much for that, Professor. So Professor Srimala will be available in the breakout rooms later on, and you guys will get to ask more questions as she will explain more about EcoDefessor. Up next, end-to-end composting system. I hope the next presenter is ready for this one. So end-to-end composting system, technologies and formulations for fast and practical composting using the same concept, but different in method, depends on the type of waste that needs to be composted. For more information on this system, please welcome Mrs. Huzalina Hussein from University Technology Malaysia. Mrs. Huzalina, the stage is yours.
Assalamualaikum.
Waalaikumsalam, Doctor. I believe you're muted.
Dapat.
All right, Doctor. Are you still there, Doctor, with us?
Hello, hello.
All righty, Doctor. Are you still there with us? So Dr. Huzalina Hussein from University Technology Malaysia. Alrighty, Doctor, are you there with us? Is having some difficulties?
Hello, hello.
Yep, we can hear you, Doctor.
All right, good. Okay.
Alrighty, so we're going to start the timing again, yeah, Doctor. So end-to-end composting system from University Technology Malaysia. Alrighty, Doctor, the stage is yours.
Assalamualaikum and good afternoon, everyone. I'm Dr. Huzalina from University Technology Malaysia, Skudai, presenting our project on end-to-end composting system that mainly on plant-based food waste with 4 other super ladies, Dr. Madiha, Dr. Adibah, Dr. Alina and Mariza, and we're pairing with the hardcore machine supplier by the CPS Engineering and Services. And we even been supported by the international collaborators, which is actually Duta Dahlia Sunram Berhad in supplying the boosters. So we are much into teaching and services and consultation and providing our microbes for the composting purposes. To the next slide, please. So the main problem that we have actually figured out is that we are still lacking of awareness among the society and the communities. All right, and we been seeing that they've been practicing this open burning due to agriculture development. So most people have this skeptical ideology on composting. They refuse to do composting because not knowing the practical techniques, and they've been thinking that these are taking too long to compose, while they believe that it gives a stinky smell and attract more insects and animals because not many knowing the correct idea on composting. So I might say that composting is a way better to save earth and environment, and this SDG is yet to achieve, especially the SDG 12 and other problem due to the post-pandemic COVID to the society for income generation and healthy living style. So I think we must actually shift to treat waste at our own source. Well, the next slide, please. Next, okay, all right. Well, so I would like to highlight our findings that have been copyrighted. Comprises the physical pretreatment for fast composting come along with the boosters and the enhancer to actually selectively nurture good or effective bacteria and can actually absorb this bad smell. And the composting bacteria that we actually provided is a delicate composting aid, together with the organic and natural nutrient binding resources that actually taken from the humic acid. All right. What I can say is that our techniques is simple and can be copycat, okay, with different types of waste, yet different apparatus depending on the needs of our clients, and that it based on the waste categories, either with the small scale household to a large scale plantation at the agriculture area. So we did approach the long listed. Okay, can we have next slide, please? All right. So we did approach the long listed institution, which the latest networking through the policy making for urban farming at the local authority of Johor State, which soon to be launched. So we are actually opening and making more marketable of our technology through the collaboration with the government and the states. So the tick symbols indicate the institution in our networking so far and more potential collaboration in future. So can we go to the next slide, please? All right, so our goal is to create the market in expanding our technology. So therefore, our business model lining up these three main components. It's our product from the composting kit, okay, known as the YK kit, that is actually in the still in the FB, okay, and the machine services and consultation. So as we have been invited as the facilitators, speakers for the workshop, and even advise to the private company. So the last that we did is actually to the Seribong Cove, and looking forward for mutual collaboration soon. So we did engagement with the very continuations with the good relationship with the through the community by engaging with the local authority, and then we serve returning client with additional loyalty token to UMT from the business faculty that run this CSR. So without the engagement actually doesn't stop with the only community. We do penetrate the market through the school students via schools program, and we do penetrate using by having a collaboration with the youth organization like ISEX and other collaborators. So we've been training and deliver them with the composting module, and being the strategic partner.
Thank you so much, Dr. Huzalina Hussein, for the pictures now. For those who want more information on the end-to-end composting system, you'll be able to take a look at the chat below and be able to see 2 documents where you'll be able to access so that you know more on the room number that these researchers are going to be in later on at the end of our session. Up next, Easynomic Kit Hip. Easy and economic hydroponic kit. An easy economic hydroponic kit that was innovated to ease any age user from preschooler to senior citizens to grow their own vegetables by using hydroponic technology. It is very easy to handle and economical. For more information on Easynomic Kit Hip, please welcome Associate Professor Dr. Sri Devi Apalanaidu from Universiti Utara Malaysia. Professor, the digital stage is yours.
Thank you so much. A very good afternoon to everyone. I'm Sri Devi from Universiti Utara Malaysia. There are many factors actually affecting, motivated us to come up with this Easynomic Kit Hip. The main problem is the growth rate of the food production, which is less than the growth rate of population. And this has increased the food import. Well, the domestic production failed to fulfill the local demand. And we can see that in terms of statistics that Malaysia is almost more than 30 years, we are the net food importer. And if we zoom down to vegetable import every year, you can see the statistics keep on increasing. Okay, and then the self-sufficiency level, next please. The self-sufficiency level of these vegetables is 48.2%, which means that more than 50% we are importing the vegetables. What happened to our domestic production of vegetables. There are many challenges borne by this domestic production. One of that is soil infertility, climate change, and recently the catastrophic of COVID-19, also the increase of the input prices. And the worst scenario is because of the lack of young generation to put interest in the agriculture education. And if you can see that this solution, this hydroponic kit is a solution for that, which it will tackle, and also this kit will be inculcate the interest of these young agripreneurs to be involved in the agriculture. And also, we cannot forget about these issues of cost of living faced by the vulnerable communities, basically B40s. This kit also will be a survival kit for them to grow their own vegetables. In a nutshell, our hydroponic kit will be a solution not only for the young generation, but also for the vulnerable communities. Next, please. Okay, this is our kit. We called it Easynomic Kit Heap, but actually in a long name, it is an easy and economic kit heap. From the word, the name itself, economic, that means you can have more weight of vegetables compared to the other kits in the market. So we have complete 8 items in this kit. And the interesting part is these flash cards, yeah? This is the unique selling point compared to the other products in the market. Next, please. Yeah, so it is a complete kit with all the items required, you know, even the soil also in the kit, okay? So we are using Holland soil, and also this economic kit is with the low cost. It is just cost 29 ringgit 90 cents, and you just need a very small space to keep your hydroponic kit, yeah? And then it is easy to handle. Why I said so? Because when the customer buy this hydroponic kit, he or she just need to use these flashcards to come out with this hydroponic kit. Next, please. Okay, this is some of the success story that I can share by using our hydroponic kit. We have done some community service, yeah, around the Kedah area, and also some service learning to the schools. Next, please. Okay, and recently we also done some sharing session with International Youth Council under the Kementerian Belia. Okay, and then they are interested to use our kit hydroponic for the urban youth agro city project. And also there are 2 copyrights that we got from this kit. One is for the flashcard itself, where the flashcard also managed to win. We won a silver medal in ITEX 2018, and plus the kit itself, we have another copyright. And recently, early of this year, we managed to get licensing agreement with Pak Mansur Agro Modern Sendirian Berhad. Next, please. Okay, the target market is our Ministry of Education, where we would like to encourage the Ministry of Education to use this education kit, yeah, toolkit, as a toolkit for all the primary school and also for the secondary schools. This would inculcate the young students to have a passion or interest in the agriculture. We won't forget about the B40 families. This can be a survival kit for them and also other ministries.
Thank you so much for that, Associate Professor Dr. Shri, for the presentation just now. Alrighty, guys. In the chat box below, you'll be able to see 2 documents posted by the people at MOSTI on the QR code that you can use to find out where these researchers are going to be later on at the break room sessions after the pitches. So right now, let's move forward to the 9th presentation that we're going to be having today. The 9th presentation that we're going to be having today is the fully electronic portable device for rapid detection of pathogens, eProfiler. A fully electronic portable device offering accurate, simple, and cost-effective solution for rapid detection of pathogens from a single drop of clinical samples. This pitch will be presented by Dr. Sarah and Associate Professor Dr. Venkatesh from University Malaya. Professors, the digital stage is yours.
Thank you. Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. I am Venkatesh Parisamy and I'm the founder of eProfiler Solutions UK Private Limited. I'm here today to introduce you to our novel electronic diagnostic platform, the eProfiler, a portable diagnostic kit for accurately dispensing antibiotics. By just applying a single drop of sample onto a disposable sensor, we could detect and measure the characteristics, electronic behaviors unique to the type of pathogens, or what we shall call as electronic fingerprints or e-profiles. Next slide. Imagine you are at the doctor's for flu. He might most likely prescribe you a general spectrum antibiotics and ask to come back in a few days. Well, if you don't get well, you go back after a few days and he might just give you another stronger dose or send you to the labs. And you go back to see him and again, because you don't get well, and he probably will give you another type of antibiotics or another lab visit. Well, you might just have viral infections and you may not be requiring antibiotics for that. So next slide, please. So what is the problem here? It's all about biology and chemistry. Now, what's the big idea? It is about electronics here. A handheld device, less than 200 pounds with disposable sensors of 10 pence each. In 5 minutes, the device lets the doctor know yes or no to prescribe. Because unlike other methods, which are based on electrochemical methods, which are indirect measurements, our electronic-based diagnostics is a direct measurement technique. So it does not require any antibodies fixed on sensors. There's no need for any tag probes or dyes. It's a universal detection method, and it works for any viruses or bacteria or fungus or any other microbes. So therefore, there is no false positive or negative. Well, we are the first in the world, after all, to introduce direct electronic diagnostic methods using patented first of its class solid state sensors. And so far, the technology has been patented both locally and internationally, about 15 plus patents pertaining to various aspects of its technology. Next slide, please. Stethoscope for doctors, diagnostic kit. UK spent about 120 billion for healthcare in 2020. The 71 million cost that is expected from this technology currently is much less than 1% cost, or rather investment in national health services of UK. And interestingly, we seem to own the niche technology. So far, no competitions. Next slide, please. Next slide, please. About 500K investments, 250 partners. Well, we have the prototype now. We have most of the partners also enlisted. We have acquired the manufacturing software solutions, experts in preclinical testing and approvals, 1 year for production from now on, a platform device, just like your smartphone, with increasing features. Well, followed by the next stage of marketing and distribution to every doctor and hospital in UK. Next slide, please. Well, in short, ladies and gentlemen, this is a revolutionary next generation technology that would literally put diagnostics into your pocket. Thank you for your time.
Thank you so much for that, Professor, for the enlightening pitch. Alrighty, so I hope we are ready for the 10th presentation for today. Alrighty, so for the 10th presentation for today, in-pipe hydropower electricity generation, Super Butterfly. Super Butterfly is a patented in-pipe hydropower technology. The Super Butterfly can generate carbon-free electricity from the excess water pressure in pipes. Electricity generation is achieved without disturbing water production and water demand. This pitch will be presented by researchers from University Malaya. Researchers, the digital stage is yours.
Assalamualaikum and good day, everyone. Okay, next. In 2017, for the water supply service industry in Malaysia, the annual operating costs exceed the revenues by 2.6 billion ringgit, where 50 to 60% of these operating costs are due to energy costs. Next. We have, unbeknownst to our water operators, they have these huge but untapped resources of excess pressures throughout their water supply distribution networks. They only reduce and regulate these pressures using pressure reducer valves, specifically to treat and deliver water to consumers, nothing more than that. Without disturbing water production and water demand, our innovation can take advantage of these wasted pressures and convert them into clean electric energy. Next. Apart from having a sustainable income from the generated energy, water operators can also be the provider of a whole new source of clean energy in Malaysia. How? Next. We have this novel design of internally embedded bypass pipes, which separate small amount of water from the main water flow for the specific purpose of power generation. This way, the water supply to consumers will not be interrupted during maintenance and service to the power generation components. Next. This is our pilot site in Marang, Terengganu. We are targeting to generate around 100 kilowatt of electricity from around 3 bar of excess pressure within this 450 millimeter pipe. The generated energy from this system can be easily connected to the nearby national grid along the road. Okay. Next. This is the scale imagery of our super butterfly system. For this particular site, due to the limited space, we designed a single turbine system that will be installed vertically. Next. Currently, our only competitors are from the US. With our novel water flow separation feature from our compact bypass pipes, future installation, maintenance, repair, and overhaul work will be much easier and simpler. Not only that, our design also allows for the usage of much bigger turbine size that can generate 20% and more power than our competitors. Next. Our main business model in Malaysia will depend on the financial strength of the water operators. If they can't outright buy our system, we can offer them a BOT model, build, operate, or transfer model for a certain period of time, where we form a joint venture company with them to become power provider together. The revenue from the sales of electricity will then be shared between both parties. We can also license our technology to any interested parties, either locally or internationally. Next. We estimate there are at least 1,500 sites with a minimum power output of 150 megawatt in the whole of Malaysia, and these numbers will keep increasing with the economic growth. The revenue from the sales of this much electricity could amount to 400 million ringgit per year, depending on the mode of connectivity, either on or off grid. Once we reach a production of around 7 megawatt, probably 3 years from now, the IRR will be around 42%. This is when the project is financed through a loan of 4% interest rate. Next. Our financial will depend on the number of sites or projects that will be developed. The higher the number of sites, the lower the cost to fabricate and manufacture each system. Next. Our in-pipe hydro system is also suitable for off-grid power generation. This is one of the potential sites that we have identified with Selangor. Concurrently, we are also working closely with several government agencies such as DBKL and Malaysian Green Tech Corp to implement the green energy from our technology to stimulate other energy-intensive green initiatives. Next. These are only some of the potentials. Next. Okay, for now, we have received immense interest from Selangor Holdings, the parent company of Pengurusan Selangor, the actual water operator. Next. As the biggest water operator in Malaysia, Selangor Pipelines alone could give us half of the in-pipe hydro market in Malaysia. Next. Currently, we are working to set up a pilot site in both Selangor and Terengganu simultaneously. Successful pilots will help convince other water operators to adopt our technology. We hope to wrap up everything by December this year and straight away start the commercialization phase after that. Next. This is our team. Next. We are asking for a bridging fund to sustain our OPEX while completing our crucial pilot test with Selangor especially. Okay. Next. That's all from us. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Ms. Farahani from University Malaya.
Okay.
Ladies and gentlemen, so we're about to go on our second break of today. Another 3 minutes break. So while we're going to be taking a break for today, we will be showing you guys a video on NTIS, the National Technology and Innovation Sandbox, which is a facility that allows researchers, innovators, startups, and high-tech entrepreneurs to test their products, services, business models, and delivery mechanism in a live environment. NTIS provides relaxation from all or selected processes and or regulatory requirements to accelerate the development of innovative solutions from the R&D stage to being commercially ready. Ladies and gentlemen, enjoy the video.
Every amazing story begins with a journey. Every grand idea emerges with a person. Every great future starts with a vision. A vision of endless possibilities, abundant opportunities, and solid foundations. A vision of the future, where technologies of tomorrow enable the communities today. A vision of the future, where technology and innovation impacts economies, increases efficiencies, improves communities, enriches lives. We aim for growth to create a better nation. All it takes, one person, one vision. In motion together. And it starts with your vision, our future.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. So for more information on NTIS, you could visit www.sandbox.gov.my. Right now, ladies and gentlemen, let's move forward to our next presentation of today for the 11th pitch. We have K-Biozyme, integrated design of Kinoff processing and recovery system. The invention developed for the processing of kenaf bast fiber, as well as a recovery system. This system can reduce the processing time from 21 days of conventional system to shorter processing time of 24 hours that can produce premium quality of fiber for the applications in the textile industry. Please welcome TS Dr. Mardawani Muhammad from University Malaysia, Kelantan. Professor, Doctor, the stage is yours.
Okay, thank you. Assalamualaikum and very good afternoon to all. I'm Mardawani Muhammad from University Malaysia, Kelantan. Would like to present for the product entitled K-Biozyme Integrated Design of Kenaf Processing and Recovery System. Next. Kenaf plant. Kenaf is a short-term crop that can be harvested within only 3 to 4 months. Application of kenaf will be quite various in automotive, construction, heat insulator, and also soundproof. Total plantation of kenaf is being estimated around 2,000 hectares in Malaysia. Next. Main problem in kenaf industry. To the best of our knowledge, no commercial production for biowriting process has been established yet. But the main problem is regarding the processing time for the kenaf bast fiber. Longer processing time of 21 days using conventional method, inconsistent writing quality, and also processing procedure that can give effect to environmental problems. Next. Therefore, here we introduce the two-in-one concept here. First, we formulated the enzyme combination. This enzyme combination uses enzymatic rating to process the kenaf bast fiber. Here, from the 21 days for the processing time, by using the enzyme formulation that being called as K-Biozyme here, we can shorten the processing time within 2 to 3 days only and obtaining the high premium rated fiber. But with the addition of K-Biozyme system here, we are implementing the in-situ processing of kenaf bast fiber by using the enzyme formulation, and this K-Biozyme, it can be shortened within only 24 days. 24 hours means that it's shortened the time from 21 days using the conventional method. Conventional method using water rating, it can be shortened into 24 days using K-Biozyme system. The one that being processed here will be kenaf bast fiber, the outer layer, and we also obtain the byproduct, the kenaf core. Okay, next. So this is the overall approach and method by comprising the upstream and downstream process. Here you will see from the plantation after the kenaf being harvested, it can be processed right away because this K-Biozyme system, we are using in-situ processing. So it can reduce the logistic. By using the K-Biozyme, the enzyme formulation, together with the combination of K-Biozyme that will be equipped with the IoT controller. So we already implement a lot. We already fix the system by adding the IoT part, and this system is also being filing for the patent for the formulation of enzyme and also for the system itself. Apart from that, it's also being being implemented for the field testing. So our main target is more on the kenaf smallholder. So basically, this project will be in collaboration with National Kenaf and Tobacco Board Malaysia, together with the industry, Kenaf Adsorbent Sedia Berhad. Up until now, we have around 80 kenaf smallholder that implement our enzymatic rating. So therefore, they can produce around 1 ton per month. So with the additional of this enzyme process, it can produce for the downstream part comprising on the high value added product. You will see here the product that being produced will be high premium rated kenaf fiber. So before this, the kenaf can be used for the construction material, for the automotive, but with the production of high value added product by using the enzyme without using the bleaching process. Okay, for the conventional method, you need to use the bleaching process that can rupture the structure of the fiber itself. So for the high value added product here, it can be used for the application of textile industries. Okay, next. Next. So here we are focusing more on the customer segments on the kenaf processing center and also shoe industry. Next. So this is our marketing strategy. So we are planning to get the investment is around 3,000 ringgit Malaysia to 5,000 ringgit Malaysia to boost out the entrepreneurship, to increase the amount of entrepreneurs that can be implemented or can use our product. Here will be the collaboration with LKTN, and then there will be some certain incentive for the crop incentive and technical advisory, so that we as UMK, we plan to boost or to build an incubator for the entrepreneurs itself to produce the fiber premium producer here. So the market will be more focusing on the application of textile. Instead, the byproduct is also being focused on the construction material and heat insulation. So that's all from me.
Thank you so much, Dr. Mardawani from Universiti Malaysia, Kelantan. For more information on the K Biozyme, you guys can always look at the chat below and find out the room number where Dr. Mardawani is going to be in the breakout room later on today. Now let's move forward to our 12th pitch. For our 12th pitch today, mobile foodborne pathogen kit NanoSense. NanoSense detects food contaminant in less than 1 minute. It is easy to use, inexpensive, and has higher accuracy and sensitivity than the PCR method of detection. NanoSense uses an aptamer molecule that can detect bacteria simultaneously and a complex food screening biosensor. For this pitch, we have Dr. Mandu Namya and Dr. Leo Bayfen from Universiti Malaya. Doctors, the stage is yours.
Good evening, everyone. All of us here have suffered from tummy ache or diarrhea in our lifetime. The reason I'm so excited to introduce NanoSense to you is because it can assist not only our country, but millions of people like you and me to reduce or to stop having to suffer from diarrhea, which is caused by contaminated food. Next. From the interviews that I've conducted with local councils and Ministry of Health, all of them agreed that to obtain a lab result from food contamination takes approximately 30 days. Next. As a result, there is no immediate closure on suspected contaminated premises. Acquiring an immediate result on food contamination is crucial to stop contamination or cross-contamination and to ensure food safety and public health at all times. Next. The government spends 1.2 billion ringgit with problems associated with digestion in 2019. Next. NanoSense gives an immediate and accurate results on food contamination within 1 minute. NanoSense detects foodborne pathogen on the spot. It is the first type of such device in Malaysia. It is easy to use, it's light and portable. It saves time, money, it's reliable with high accuracy, and most importantly, immediate results within 1 minute. Next. NanoSense rapidly detects bacteria such as Streptococcus, Bacillus, E. coli, or any kind of bacteria that you want to detect. We can customize it for you. Just 4 easy steps. Just take the sample, place it on a tube, shake it, and then place it on a strip, and the reader will immediately give you the result if the food is safe to consume or not. Next. Here is the sensitivity and accuracy of NanoSense against the PCR method. As you can see, it's highly sensitive with high accuracy. Next. We do have competitors, yes, where all of them are lab-based and they operate at a very high cost, which is approximately 180 to 220 per test. NanoSense costs 90% lower than the charges of these competitors. Next. Currently in Malaysia, our focus for the first 3 years is MOH, which is Ministry of Health, which is just 2% of the total serviceable available market. Next. MOH does carry out routine inspection on food premises throughout the country, apart from conducting their scheduled operasi premis makanan bersih twice a month. Next. In 2019, a total of 125,423 food premises were inspected. 29,286 compounds were issued. 2,484, which is 2% of food premises, were closed down under Section 11 of the Food Act 1983, for it was found to have serving contaminated food. Now, let me walk you through this simple example. Now, let's say if we MOH test on nasi lemak, and the condiments of nasi lemak such as rice, sambal, anchovies, peanuts, and also cucumber. According to MOH, they will test on 4 bacteria such as Salmonella, Streptococcus, Bacillus E. coli, meaning to say that each of these food samples will be tested, will cost government 180 per test, which is 720 per sample. Whereas NanoSense is just 30 ringgit for 4 bacteria testing. This means a saving of 30 million ringgit just on nasi lemak. This is not inclusive of chicken rendang, sotong, sambal, or any other side dishes. Next. Moving forward, we want to move from a reader to smartphones, where everyone could benefit from this technology. Next. What we are looking for is 350,000, where most of the fundings will be used for certification, product improvement, enhancement, and also marketing. Next, our go-to market strategy is to appoint medical device distributor, which we have spoken to them, and they are keen on exploring this venture with us. Next, here is the letter of interest or letter of intent from MOH, where they find huge potential in our device. And next, with NanoSense, there is creation of new business. Next, and this is our 5-year plan. Our first year is to target MOH. Will be linked up to Health Department, Ministry of Education. Subsequently, we'll move up to educational institutions. 4th year will cover F&B outlets. 5th year will move on to international market. Next, this is my amazing team. This is my roadmap, which we are on par. Next. This is my amazing team, headed by Dr. Leo and the microbiology expert, Dr. Tong, and Subhashini, the fabrication device expert. Next. Before I end, I would like to say thank you for your time. Like I always say it, and until people hear it, feel it, and experience it, they have no idea what is it to experience diarrhea. So all I can say is all of this can be avoided with NanoSense. Thank you.
Thank you so much, Dr. Mandu, for that enlightening pitch. For our 13th pitch for today, we're going to be talking about the Smart Autodose Dispenser. The Smart Autodose Dispenser is a portable and automated dispenser for dispensing liquid with 99.5% accuracy from milliliters to liters. The Smart Autodose allows automatic dose setup and is equipped with solar energy, where it can be utilized in various industries with a large number of applications, for example, in the radiopharmaceutical industry. Please welcome Dr. Rafida Zainon from University Science Malaysia.
Thank you to Chairperson. Assalamualaikum and good afternoon. Today I would like to present my product entitled Smart Autodose Dispenser. Next. Liquid dispenser is used widely in various applications, but there are several limitations with the commercial liquid dispenser, and it includes: first, manual dispensing practice is still implemented in certain radiopharmaceutical sector. So this practice is laborious, it gives inaccurate dispense volume, and our workers are also exposed to high radiation dose during dispensing process. This practice also requires repetition process if dose obtained from dispensing process is insufficient. In other sectors, commercial liquid dispenser has lack of automated multi-dosing pumps, which hindered the plant growth and productions in farming and agriculture. In marine sector, it affects maintaining water properties and other trace elements with a proper dose due to lack of multi-dosing pumps. Second, difficult programming and calibration. And fourth, most of the dispenser use batteries, so it suffers from battery lifetime and maintenance. Next. So to tackle these problems, we developed our Smart Autodose Dispenser with unique features. Let's have a look at the first application in radiopharmaceutical sector. The commercial product attached to biosafety laminar film hood, which makes the cost of this dispenser very expensive. Some dispenser equipped with semi-automated system, but it requires repetition of dispensing process if the dose obtained is insufficient, and there is a risk of spillage, and our workers are also exposed to radiation exposure. With the use of our dispenser, it is a portable dispenser with affordable cost where it has automated system to dispense high-dose liquid radiopharmaceuticals with 99.5% accuracy from milliliter to liter, and it provides real-time radioactivity management. This dispenser can dispense 1 ml of liquid within 15 seconds, and with the use of our dispenser, there were 80% radiation dose reduction to occur. To the best of our knowledge, this is the first prototype of radiopharmaceutical dispenser equipped with biometric finger sensor, and also it used green energy, which is solar energy. Next. In marine sector, the commercial dispenser has lack of dosing pumps, which allows only certain type of trace elements to be delivered at one time. So it limits the application. In terms of the design, the commercial product also heavy, large and noisy, and it uses battery. So our smart auto dose dispenser offers modular dosing pumps, which can be expanded up to 8 independent dosing pumps. It is automatic dose setup, and it can be used for various applications. In terms of the design, it is light, compact, and quiet motor, and it can dispense 1 ml of liquid within 15 seconds. The user has a choice to use either green energy or direct power supply, and it is easy to calibrate. Next, please. In the agriculture sector, the commercial dispenser has lack of multi-channel dispenser to allow accurate dose of nutrients and chemical to be delivered in precise quantity, and the dispenser also uses battery. On the other hand, our smart auto dose dispenser offers modular dosing pumps with automatic dose setup, and it can dispense liquid with 99.5% accuracy. With the dispensing rate, 1 ml of liquid can be dispensed within 15 seconds, and our dispenser also equipped with green energy, which allows the user to use this dispenser at their field work, and it is connected to a wireless apps. Next, please. In terms of our target market, our target market includes pharmaceutical, laboratories, marine, food processing, farming and agriculture, and textile industries. Next, please. So we will generate the profits from the first product sales, subscription fee of warranty of the product, and rental of the product. Next, please. So in terms of market strategy, we will advertise this product on various social media platforms, viral marketing, distribution partner, and email. Next, please. With that, thank you very much.
Thank you so much, Dr. Rafina Zainon from University Science Malaysia. Alrighty, guys, we would like to remind ladies and gentlemen that there are QR codes in the chat below for you to identify which rooms your researcher is going to be at, so that you can ask further questions so that they can answer for your inquiries. Up next, industrial scale production of herbal, cosmeceutical, skincare products formulated from soursop. These cosmetic products, bar soap, facial cleanser, and shower gel, are organic-based products derived from Sabah medical plants with no preservative agents. The products will protect the skin from premature skin aging and infection of pathogenic microorganisms through its antioxidants and antimicrobial activities. This pitch will be presented by Associate Professor Muhammad Syafiquzaman Siddiq from Universiti Malaysia Sabah.
Assalamualaikum. Have you heard me? Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. So my project is industrial scale production of cosmetical skincare product. Actually, the cosmetical is meaning to the cosmetics and therapy. So in this cosmetics, actually the skin is not making the look like better. It also making the skin if you have the problems, and so they can solve. So that is why we can tell that our product is the cosmeceuticals, the skincare. Next slide. So what happened to the cosmetics in the world? See, in globally the cosmetics market, the risk of 429.8 billion. This one is reported by the Alliance
Professor,
Market Report.
I'm so sorry to cut you in between. It looks like there is a feedback that is creating a loop in the audio system. there might be other mics on around you. We might want to stop that and we might want to restart again. Let's try that again.
Now okay?
Perfect.
Hello? Okay.
Perfect. All right, so let's start the presentation again.
Okay. So actually, the industrial scale is production of the cosmetical. Cosmetical is meaning is cosmetics and therapeutical. So therapeutical meaning the cosmetics is cosmetics just to make your face or the skin is look is better, but it is not the permanently solve the skin problem or skin behavior. So in our product, so recently we already developed our product and available in the market. So in in KL, we can say the Tesco or Tesco and Giant. In Sabah, we already have the Bataras, the same hyper supermarket, and going on our product in marketing 99 Speed Mart. So actually why the industrial people now so much skin of the cosmetics product? Because of aligned market reported 2016 to 2022, the global cosmetics market reached 428 billion. So meaning the compound annual growth rate 4.3% is increasing. So if you see observe the herbal product, so herbal product also 40 billion ringgit, sorry, $40 billion is increasing the annually. So it is the increasing, the percentage is 6.4%. So that is why so many industrial people so key into the cosmetics. But main problem, the cosmetics products, the insides, they are giving, adding the numerous, the harmful the chemicals and substance. Because of the people, the customers always want to use the cosmetics, today use and after 2 or 3 days, they want to look like it's more better. But they don't know the what kind of the substance or chemical or others heavy metal element inside, so they don't care. So in our research group, we finding, I'm also doing the electrochemical sensor. With these sensors, below we have the 2 our papers that recently published, and we already detected so many branded company. They already use the low concentration the heavy metal substance like lead, cadmium, nickel, arsenic, and so on. It is also making after a few days, some people is getting the allergic process, prolonged chemical exposure, and so on the side. So as the academicians, we are doing the research for human being and give the awareness to our society. So for that sense, I just developed the herbal cosmetics from the Sabah herbs different. And especially the one plant is sour soup, durian blender. So next is this plant is the project background. So actually we did the plant extract and also the oil-based our product, and so we can do first the bioactive compound analysis. So bioactive compound analysis, we are using the GC, GCMS, and LC, and we found 117 bioactive compounds. The major compounds inside have the acetogenin and alkyl phenolic and megastine. So this compound, hello, this compound. Okay. Then we also did the physiochemical analysis and bioactive compound analysis using the cloning toxic assay. This cloning toxic assay, actually we did the histopathology study and biochemical assay. Next. So what is actually the difference to the other product? Actually, these products actually, so we already got the KKM certificate. Just now I mentioned, we already produced the small scale, my own initiative, to small scales do the production and also see the market demand. So alhamdulillah, the market demand is high, and I can say it is getting the so big the market, and we also solving the some kind of the problems. So that is why we are giving to our main strength is the solving the skin problem. If anyone interested more, they can go our Facebook and IG or our website. They have a lot of feedback there. Next. So it is our sums product also.
Thank you so much for that, Professor Muhammad Shafiquzaman, for the pitch just now. 5 minutes, what's up? But not to worry, ladies and gentlemen, you'll be able to talk again with Professor in the individual break rooms later on. For our last pitch of today, VSOL, innovative method to determine ultra trace levels of pesticides in fruits and vegetables. VSOL is a new extraction kit of dispersive solid phase extraction, which comprises new mesophorous hybrid material, MTMOS CPTES, and a green extraction method for determination of organophosphorus pesticides in fruits and vegetables. The solution is reusable, eco-friendly, and cost-effective. For this pitch, CHM Dr. Krishna Venivelu will be presenting this pitch today from Universiti Malaysia, Kelantan. Doctor, the stage is yours.
Hi, and a very good day to all. My name is Dr. Krishna Venivelu from Universiti Malaysia, Kelantan. I would like to present my innovation, VSOL, innovative method to determine ultra trace level of pesticides in fruits and vegetables. Next. Okay, what is VSOL? VSOL is a new extraction kit of dispersive solid phase extraction. Okay, as shown here is a VSOL. And have you heard about contamination of pesticides in fruits and vegetables? Have you heard about the product has been recalled because high level of pesticides? Why this is because we need a sample preparation technique in order to detect or to determine the level of pesticides before being sold to consumers. However, the pesticide extraction kit available in a market suffers a lot of limitations, such as, next slide, please. Next slide. Next slide. Okay, the commercial sorbent available suffers from low recovery of analytes, matrix effect, low porosity of material, low sensitivity, low precision, low reusability of sorbent material. However, VSOL can overcome all the limitations because VSOL uses soldier process to produce a new sorbent material, which is exhibit high surface area, high porosity, extraction efficiency, precision, sorbent reusability. The next slide. VSOL provide a trace level detection, which is part the trillion detection. It uses only 1 ml of sample volume, which is 10 times lower compared to the commercial sorbent. Provide a high extraction efficiency, which is high accuracy, sensitivity, precision. This also acts as multimodal sorbent, whereby it can extract a wide range of analytes from non-polar to polar. It is reusable up to 10 times, which solves the disposal problem, eco-friendly and cost-effective, which is 15 times cheaper than the commercial product. Next slide. Next slide. Okay, this is how VSOL works. Okay, whereby 100 gram of vegetables. Okay, we tried in chili. Okay, and homogenized by blender. Okay, here comes VSOL. Okay, VSOL comes in this one, and then 15 ml of ACN and also Vortex for 2 minutes. And this is the time whereby the material is being added. And after centrifugation, you can know the level of pesticides using GCMS. Okay, next slide, please. Okay, VSOL shows a part per trillion detection compared to the commercial one. Next slide. And a comparison of method, as you can see here, VSOL only within 7 minutes we can get pesticide levels compared to the commercial sorbent. Next slide. Next slide. And the material used for VSOL has been patented. And next slide. And the method for extraction of pesticide using VSOL has been copyrighted. Next slide. And publication has been published in Journal of Separation Science. Next slide. And Whistle, a single cartridge of whistle can be used for 15 times, which can bring solvent disposal problem, which is also a greener approach. Next slide. And the cost of production for a single cartridge of whistle is RM2.40 compared to the commercial one, which is about 20 to 26 ringgit per piece. And whistle can be used for 15 times compared to the commercial, which is about 20, can be used only for one time. Next slide. Okay, whistle has been tested in many fruits and vegetables. It gives 100% recovery compared to commercial one. Next slide. Next slide. Okay, whistle also has been tested in fruit samples available in the market. It gives 100% recoveries as well. And next slide. And for the commercialization approach, whistle has been patented and also copyrighted. And whistle.
Thank you so much for that, Dr. Krishna, for your pitch just now. Not to worry, ladies and gentlemen, you'll be able to see Dr. Krishna again in the separate break rooms later on. So wow, we have listened to 15 pitches just now from various products, services, technologies from researchers. And I'm sure all of you have questions to ask these researchers. And for that, we would like to inform you again that the researchers will be in the respective breakout rooms to attend all inquiries. So please drop by and network with them. I will now hand over the session back to our MC. See you guys later.
Thank you so much, Mr. Rastam from MyTech, our energetic moderator, for such a vibrant session just now. Distinguished guests, ladies and gentlemen, it is time for us to continue our discussion to the designated breakout room for our next, last, and important session. Let's start getting into details, crunch time. In this session, all startups, venture capitals, angel investor can get more details from the researcher themselves by joining the designated rooms. As you can see on the screen, as well as in the chat box, the designated rooms are as follows. There are a few things that need to be done. To go to the breakout room, make sure that you click the Join Breakout Room button. This is located at the bottom of your screen. Choose room 1 to 15 based on your choice of product pitch earlier. Please click on the selected room. You can click one room at one time. However, if you want to join other room, please leave the room and the menu will direct you to the main event room. You can then choose again other breakout room. All startups, venture capitals, angel investors can jump from one room to another within the 45 minutes allocated. In the case that the 45 minutes has ended, all startups, venture capitals, angel investors can get contact details in the QR code. If you have any queries or problem, please contact the host or main secretariat. All startups, venture capitals, angel investors are reminded to fill in the interest indication form provided in the QR code, as well as in the chat box. You may now begin. Have a fruitful discussion. All the best and good luck. May the odds be in your favor. Thank you.